Welcome to Dr. Zach's office. I am Nurse Mary Jane. Now, before your surgery, I have to ask you some questions. Question number 1. Are you okay with having THCA up your anus?
And we ship man.
Love your hair. I heard you're a wig maker.
Your Honor, because I tell the truth. Yep, JP Blake. Yep. He's a weirdo. He's crazy. Okay, we'll see you in court next week, Judge.
And one last question. This is the most important question. After the surgery is done, you cannot have any sexual contact or do any sexual activities because of the healing process. Will you be all right with that?
Say the worst. Say you want this. Nothing happens until I hear you say it. I want this.
Doctor,
Yes, nurse, Mary Jane, how are you today?
I'm okay, but I don't think this patient is okay.
What is going on here?
Well, you were supposed to do a sex change, and now I came in and I see that the stomach is ripped open.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, what can we do to repair it? Look, oh my God, the ribs are all cut. What are we gonna do to repair this, Nurse Mary Jane?
But wait. Well, before we get the sex change, look, I found something.
What is that? Ooh, what is that?
Looks like this patient digested a lot of hate mail. Oh, let's see.
Well, it's day 6. I have old Bill said that. Things ain't doing too well down there. I'll get back to you on that one.
A little bit of love this morning. I hope your day is good. I love you all. Preacher John here. Preacher John. Just remember that name, because I'm gonna be big. Ha, ha, ha. Thank you. I'll see you up on the stairs. I gotta go. Hello there. Yo, Nancy Pelosi, you been eating some mushrooms or something, man? It seems like you have changed dimensions. What the hell is up with you, Miss Nancy Pelosi? I swear to God, man, I'm gonna come in here and while you sleep, I'm gonna spend 10 hours talking. I'm just gonna talk. I'm just gonna ramble. I know that I just wasted all my effort for nothing. Hey! Yeah, well, we're here today. Got some really good stuff to cook. We decided we're gonna start doing this because we got our surgery done and now we don't look like the same person. So we're gonna make some money. So I'll just lay in here postmortem and everything, you know, after the surgery. Surgery was really successful, and I feel like shit. Thank you. But at this time, like I said, I am an anal doctor, and all I do is focus on the anus. And damn, I gotta say, you got a nice anus there, Jake. Well, good morning there, Jake. Mr. Jake Blake, how was that surgery? How are you feeling? Okay, we will be putting the IV in next. We had a good surgery. It was very successful. We managed to remove 97 pounds. Yes, it was a very beautiful surgery. We saved it for you. Yes, I understand you wanted to save it. You wanted to give it to the Blubber Foundation. Okay, peace out. Doing, Jake? It's Jake, right? Yeah, it's Jake. Yeah. Yep, Jake. Wow, you had a pretty extensive surgery done. How are you feeling? Yeah, we will take care of that. Aunt Jane will come in and give you an IV and give you the drug test. We got to do the drug test. And we also got to get ready for the rear end THC treatment, which I specialize in. I do butthole THC. That is my specialty. So we're going to expand your butthole today. We have, you know, some products that we're going to be using and stuff to, like, it's the best THC that we can insert you in your butt.
So yeah, I basically grew up in Iowa on the Mississippi River. You know, we were very poor, you know, we ate raccoon, and I kind of discovered frogs. Yeah, I know, Mike. I'll tell the whole story, Mike. And that's my sidekick, Mike. He's the one who cleans and guts them, and I got to teach him today on our secret sauce. So anyway, today I'm going to go through the secret sauce today. We've got our special sauce here, and we've got our needles. Now I wanted to show, like I was going to show Mike today, about our catch of today. Now our catch today, and remember, we are this is Iowa Boy, and we are live today. So today, this is what we caught today. This is our fresh frog meat. This is one that I had pasteurized out there in the Mississippi for probably about, I think it took about maybe 4 months for this little bubber to grow. Called him back and gigged him today. It was a clean shot. Look at that meat. Nothing wrong with that meat whatsoever. Now Mike, I'll get to it. So now, see, this is what we're gonna do today. Now after we take one, we always plant one back. So this is one that I grew myself. This is a baby frog here. This is from my laboratory. Dr. Bubbles helped me genetically and did this one, you know. So this one is what we're gonna do right now. This is what we do. This is what we have to do. I gotta load up the needle now. Hang on a second. So now we take this needle right here, and so I'm gonna tell you where my special sauce comes from. So we grew up on a farm. So we raised pigs, and so I would go in there and I would go, you know, instead of my daddy, you know, going out there and going kill those little pigs and me crying my ass off, I decided, hey, if those pigs gonna grow from that shit, my frogs are gonna grow from that stuff. So I discovered that as a young kid. We go in there. So this is a special sauce that I stole from my daddy out in the barn. This is pig sauce. This is what makes your pig grow really big. We take some of this, big injection of that, big injection. You know, especially when you get older, you know, we all need a little more testosterone. So this is a real important thing, and this is the testosterone special here, like the one we just caught. That is for older men. Now, younger men, they don't need as big of a frog. They can have less of an incubation period. I think the older men frog juice takes about, I think it's about 11 months compared to the 9 months of the younger man frog. So this is the younger man frog. We're gonna inject it right here. And then we're gonna release them back in the water. and we're gonna come back in about 8 months with him, because we're gonna probably give him to the teenagers. You know, sell them for $79.95. We get a good gig from the teenagers. The older men are just finally getting smart on the marijuana and stuff, you know, and testosterone. They're just finally growing up a little bit and understanding that, hey, we got all this shit right here. So anyway, so this little pupper is gonna go back in the water, and he's gonna grow in that Mississippi, and he's gonna suck up all that fertilizer, and he's gonna come back to us in about 8 months, and he's gonna be in your jar. So $79.95. So this is Iowa Boy telling you my secret sauce of the day. Hey, remember, I am copyrighted and trademarked 2020, so do not copy any of my recipes. So this is Iowa Boy going to you live from Iowa, the Mississippi River. Next, we're gonna show you how to gig.
And you say you want to ask me a little bit about Jack? Yeah, growing up with Jack, yeah, in our family. Yeah, he was always the one that was very ambitious, you know. He was the one that's gonna go really far, you know. He's a good-looking little guy, you know. He moved to Iowa, you know, and as a young kid, and he's gonna be a football star, and didn't make it as a football star, so, you know, and then he didn't make it in the Navy, so he didn't even try out. So then from there he went into acting. He went into acting, you know, and I kept telling him, I said, you know, it's a false pride to be in LA and doing that kind of acting stuff. I said, why don't you go be a scientist like your uncle, you know, Dr. Bubbles. So, anyway, I couldn't convince him to do it, so he went out there and he just kept trying to be an actor, you know, and eventually he got a job as an undercover agent. So now Jack is an undercover agent, and I heard he plays a lot of roles, you know, on JP Blake Live show. You know, he is the undercover agent for the show. He's the doctor. He's a lot of things on the show. So he's a real interesting character. You know, Jack. I'm sorry, I got to get straight. Jack, I really never got to know him, you know, because the ladies really didn't like me around much. You know, I was just a little different, you know. So, you know, Jack didn't want me around much, you know. That's okay. I understand. You know, he calls me whenever he wants genetics or questions about sex diseases, you know. He had a disease he got one time in Cambodia, I remember. It was this big old thing. It grew on his anal part of his, the prostate part. And it was this big thing. It was about 3 inches. And then we went in there and we did the exam. You remember, I flew over to Cambodia.
After this, us gals gotta talk. Oh wait, gal to future gal.
So we're live from Oregon, and we're getting ready to make some drugs. And we're gonna send off to Vegas to Aunt Jane. Join us.
Hey y'all, it's Iowa Boy here. Today we got a special episode for you today. We're gonna be going out on the lakes of the Mississippi, and we're gonna be doing some frog gigging. And this is how I grew up, and this is how I started my career. Working at JP Blake Live. I am the official Iowa Boy frog gigger. So today I am gonna teach you how to frog gig from 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna teach you exactly how to prep them, how we throw them back, and we wait for them to grow. I'm gonna teach you the whole thing. Yes, Mike. Okay. And then I will tell you the special story as long as the camera's off, Mike. All right. I'll tell that story on how I got big as a boy and my first frog and how I worked my way up to 10. Hey, join us today. Frog gigging, Iowa. It's a great episode. Peace out.
We shit by mail. Do it again like...
Can I ring that up for you now?
Yes, please.
Thank you.
Shit by mail!
Preacher John here. Well, welcome to this new Sunday here. We had kind of a sad week, I know. It's been a tough week on everybody here, so let's talk a little bit about this book. Preacher John here. Hey, we're back here this week to talk about books. You know, these books, they're taking off the shelves, you know. They're taking them off the shelves when they're not even on the shelves anymore. So why do we gotta take them off the shelves? Let's concentrate. Preacher John here reminding you, go out there and save yourself a little rabbit. Eat yourself some raccoon. Tastes better and it tastes just like chicken. You have yourself a good week. Love your neighbor.
Just imagine 2 14-year-old boys out gigging for frog. Well, my partner he was a little bit crazy, so he sat to see this interesting thing over in the canal, and he gigs it. Well, what it is a water moccasin, and water moccasin's about 6 feet long and about as big around as my wrist. And what do you do with a water moccasin on a gig at the middle of the night, way out in the country? Well, we found this elderly lady, went to a house. Can't imagine that in today's world, but it went up to a house and asked if she had anything we could kill this water moccasin with. And she said, well, you boys can go out to the barn. I got some pump pipes out there. So sure enough, we went out to the barn, found a pump pipe and killed it. Well, he did not gig any more water moccasins from then on.
And that was live with JP Blake Live. And your name, sir?
Tom Jones.
Tom Jones. We are live on the scene. What branch did you serve in, Tom?
U.S. Navy.
All right.
Or USS Randolph, CVS 15.
Thank you, Tom, for your service.
Thank you.
All right, so today we are doing our special with Iowa Boy. We're going to be gigging in the Mississippi River. We got our gig, we got our gear ready. We're getting ready to head on the boat. I'm going to get dressed, get my boots on. I got my special hat on for the day, and we're going to go hit the Mississippi River, and we're going to go find us some of them frogs. Hey, join us after this commercial.
Dang. Beautiful. Holy melons. So many little boys around here. Oh, that feels so good. Oh, that feels so good. Tone 56 next week. Oh, that feels so good. Oh, that feels so good. Okay, all right. Here, how are you doing today? Hey, today we are live on the sets in Iowa on the Mississippi River. Hey, today we got Iowa Boy. Hey, we found this boy named Jack from Iowa. We found him a long time ago.